Hello, Super Mario Maker 2 fanatics. My name is Unknown Availability. I am here with the Beast 721. We've got the matchup between BigJon and NOBLETOFU. BigJon is at 0 points. NOBLETOFU is at 3. The Beast, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. These matches today, they've all been amazing. I heard we got a new record for the most clears earlier. Let's see if these guys can beat that.
Oh man, the Beast being dethroned. Oh no.
It
I know
looks
a
like
few
they're
people.
getting started right away. I mean, let's get into it.
Oh man, so BigJon's on your left and Tofu is on the right. Excuse that noise. I apologize, folks.
All right, got them synced up. Tofu's in like an auto scroller. Oh, both of them are. So it's not actually an auto scroller, but they can't control the speed of the level. So if they die, they know exactly how much time they lost.
I apologize about that, everybody. That was actually my medication alert. So everybody knows I take medication at 9 o'clock Central Time. So, oh wow, yeah, I see that we do have the auto scrollers in the form of the way the level is built, but not using the auto scroller function. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and BigJon, yep, they both skip. They know they can't like go back faster. It's going to take just as long the second time around. Is Tofu checking the controls to make sure he still knows how to play?
Now, you will see common factors when it comes to these runners. They will look at the start menu to see what the finish or clear time is for these levels, because oftentimes if it's a 4-minute world record, you don't want to take that long of a time to clear a level. You only have 15 minutes. So a minute 16, BigJon kind of thinks that's a good time. And there you go, Tofu gets the first clear. So
yeah, you definitely want to shoot for the low clear times around a minute. Anything below a minute, you probably stick with. When it's over a minute, it's iffy. Like, you know, it could be, it could not be. You don't want to die at the end. It's your call, basically. Like, you think you can beat it in one try, or it's risky.
yeah, I can definitely understand that, because when you're starting to look at the higher times, getting above a minute, you're looking at a real problem with when you die without a checkpoint, which BigJon did get a checkpoint. You waste a lot of time.
Yeah, so Tofu's got like a 2-minute level here. He doesn't skip it. I probably would have skipped this personally. BigJon running through, he probably does not need these red coins, so hopefully he doesn't stop for them.
I've noticed that a lot of expert levels, which this is expert, so not super expert, you every once in a while will find a dev path, but something like the red coins, you may not need them. But it looks like he did need them because he skipped them and he paid for it. So
yeah, it may have been a secret key somewhere, but yeah, that's unfortunate. It's a big time loss.
And I see that Tofu actually has a red coin level on his hands too. He needs, it looks like 2 more coins or maybe 1. I'm having some trouble. 2 more coins. It's 6 red coins that he needs, or pink coins. So right now we're sitting at 0-1. BigJon has yet to get a clear, where Tofu has gotten 1. And looking for all the red coins, he's got to go down a few of these pipes to get that on Tofu's side. 3D World on the left for BigJon.
Yeah, Tofu actually recently got a new world record in Grand Prix World 2. But I think this was recorded before he knows that. So maybe he's stressed out in this race, you know? Like, he may be thinking about that, like he wants to do that in the future. You never know. As he falls into the lava there, it could be true.
Yeah, I can't blame him for skipping that level. I agree with you. I probably would have skipped that level a little bit earlier, just because of that higher time. The Beast is also a part of this. What do you look for as far as time is concerned? Like, if you hit start and you see 55 seconds, is that too much for you? What time do you aim for?
Yeah, so anything under a minute, I'm definitely sticking with. Although if in my last race, I got kind of screwed over because there was a level with it was like 14 seconds. I'm like, oh, cool, quick level. It was a dev route somewhere, and like 2 minutes later, I'm realizing this level's not worth playing, so you got to skip it. So it's not a foolproof plan, but I'd say anything over a minute 30, you probably want to skip. And obviously anything higher than that as well. But probably around a minute is like the sweet spot. Anything under a minute, you should probably go for.
Yeah, it's not going to happen all too often that the world record is going to be just a super long clear. This is expert, even though expert and super expert aren't entirely too different. That clear rate does mean something. That means there is a way around it. Now, it does look like we just tied it up. BigJon did get his first clear, if I'm not mistaken, so we're 1-1 right now.
Yeah, all tied up. BigJon got a nice short level there. Tofu running through, and yeah.
Man. Last possible second before he could get in that pipe. Oh, man. Oh, we have a Yoshi goal. Save Yoshi.
Yeah, the clear conditions are interesting because if the level has a clear condition, no matter what, it cannot have a checkpoint. So whatever the record is, you know that you have to last that long without dying.
Yeah,
and Tofu gets kind of classic trap there. It's a pretty funny one.
So we are underneath 10 minutes. First 5 minutes have gone by. Still 1-1. It's really anybody's game at this point in time until they start finding those sweet spot levels to move on and start pulling ahead. BigJon's in a dark level. I have to admit, as happy as I was for Super Mario Maker 2 to be announced, when I saw dark levels, I think I cried a little inside. So.
Yeah, it's very easy to make just the worst level you can imagine, but you know, they have a lot of effects with the sound effects. Like if you get a star, the whole level lights up, or there's some special effects you can put to like give you a little bit of light. I've seen some pretty good ones, but for the most part, it's used for bad levels.
Yeah, that's probably. Oh, BigJon just dodging the the troll slam block there to avoid getting smushed. I think that's probably one of the more common trolls you see in 3D World right now.
Yeah, because usually there's no way to dodge it, but sometimes if you just ground pound and immediately jump, you can get out of it. As Tofu keeps dying on this level, but he's sticking with it. He must think he's near the end.
And BigJon finding out you don't need keys for this level. All you need is to just finish it. So when you try to pick up a key, if there is no key door, the key just falls off. So.
Oh, and there you go. Tofu gets the axe, 2-1, I believe.
Fortunate damage boost.
BigJon may want to leave this level. I believe the title said no troll, which we all know means it's going to have trolls. So.
Excessive trolls. Usually if the level says easy, it's not. Yeah, and we mentioned the Grand Poo World 2 record from NOBLETOFU, which is a fan-made game by Barbarous King. BigJon, he is a very well-known Mario just player all around. He's a variety streamer. He is fantastic on knowledge, commentary, and he's got his own accolades as well. He's very good at doing programming and things like that. He actually made his own, I guess you could call it Jumbletron, where he does Link to the Past randomizer, where he randomizes everything that he will play. He doesn't choose, so all the functions and things are changed due to that, which is really awesome to see. BigJon's definitely has his own set of accolades too.
Yeah, he is always a pleasure to listen to. He's going along on this block snake here. He does get through it safely, and there's the end. Pretty easy level.
And the 3D World, exclamation point blocks, I called it a slam block, because you have to hit it in some fashion, so I called it a slam block. So, it's like calling a red coin a pink coin. My bad.
Yeah, so Tofu's been, he hits an invisible block, but in the door. And this does not look good.
Okay. So we are tied 2-2 now. BigJon has got a clear condition of boom boom. He said no thanks.
Now I feel like Tofu's been flying through this level for the whole time now. Maybe he's at the end, but no, he's in the subworld.
Is he in the subworld?
Get out of it. And a checkpoint. That is not what you want to see after this long.
It's I wasn't paying too much attention if he was in the subworld or not, because I know you can cut it off now in Super Mario Maker 2, and he's just as confused as we are. Like, Oh look, that went all the way down to your demise. Got an auto-scroller here on BigJon's side. An actual auto-scroller.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty forgiving level. As long as he doesn't die, these auto-scrollers, usually they're pretty good to go for if they have a short time. And there you go, 3 for BigJon, just like that. And here's a big problem, so Tofu skips, he's realizing this is going nowhere. I've been in this level forever, it sucks to lose all that time, but it could have been the whole round.
You're also sitting here at 5 minutes left, so you gotta kind of take that for what it is. And 48 seconds, that's a lot better. You can probably get an idea that it's going to be something you can clear faster. So 48 seconds or less, definitely.
Yeah, it looks like a little boss rush. Probably no checkpoints. Each step is going to hurt that much more. And BigJon's got a speed run here. Usually in expert, these aren't too hard. They're usually pretty well designed if they're in expert. Occasionally you get, a pretty hard one, but for the most part, it's just run one direction, hold jump for every jump.
I've noticed too that
dies again.
And BigJon died too on the speed run. I noticed a lot of speed runs for expert. Especially if they're longer than like 30 seconds, they typically aren't that tight of a speed run, especially if you're optimized. Finding the hidden power up on BigJon's side. Tofu's sticking with this boss rush level.
Yeah, it does not seem very hard, but he doesn't get any power up, so any mistake, hopefully he gets one here, because can't kill that guy. And he doesn't, so he still can't get hit once.
Oh, Meowser.
Yeah, you see there, that Meowser kind of still has the 3D properties from like real Mario 3D World. I honestly don't know exactly when it's safe, but sometimes you just can't touch him and he can't touch you. It is very strange in 2D.
And I think Tofu just ran out of options. Unless there's a secret power-up somewhere, which he has a chance to get past him now.
Yeah, I think it may take 5 pals to kill Meowser, I'm not sure, but... Oh, it looks like he didn't have to kill him at all. But he will still be getting chased, and there you go, another clear. And so BigJon just got killed by an invisible block.
We are tied up 3-3. With Meowser, well, the blue POW blocks and the red POW blocks in 3D World. I do know that the red... Oh, hello there, Katsu. I do know that the red POW blocks can activate the other POWs, but do they have different damage properties?
I don't believe so. I actually have not killed a Meowser with blue POWs, so maybe it is different, but I would think they're the same. I think it's just that the red POW, destroys stuff around it. Tofu's got a really short level here.
It's looking like there's a lot of cheese in this level. And I think the clear condition is B Super Mario? Yes? Or is that don't take damage?
Yeah, I believe it's don't take damage. So in these levels, actually, getting a power-up could hurt you sometimes. Because your hitbox becomes bigger, it's easier to get hit. And this level BigJon's in is a mess.
Oh wow, that was
I think you can tell that, like, I don't know, he does. There's just stuff everywhere, invisible blocks. May want to consider getting out, but not much time left, so.
Yeah, Tofu doing a gutsy move with the no take damage condition. It's right there the whole time.
Yeah, I believe that's 4 for him and 3 for BigJon, so he needs to beat this level.
Yeah, so we are about 1:15 away. BigJon needs to get one more to tie, and if Tofu gets another one, that's pretty much going to lock it. So we'll see what happens here. It is actually...
The Boom Boom fight in 3D World, you can't really speed this fight up. It's kind of like, He has to slam into the wall 3 times, then you can hit him. In all the other styles, Boom Boom's a really quick kill.
Oh, wow. Really close on that booze ring. Oh, okay, so he actually got kind of lucky there that he didn't die, that it stopped him before he died.
Yeah. He needs a key. I don't think this Meowser would have the key. Oh, maybe he needs to crush it with the exclamation block.
That is the strangest thing ever. Hi,
Oh, there,
Star.
he found the hidden star. He's got 12 seconds. He needs to go fast right now.
Oh no! Come on! 6, 4. In the door.
The key
2,
door.
1.
Oh, it's
0.
the last second. I believe that's in there.
Oh man, that is a tie. So the next clear wins this particular round. Now, this is a best of 3, but we do all 3. So whoever wins the best of 3 gets an extra point, and whoever obviously wins each round gets a point. So it's possible to get an extra point for winning your round. Now, oh wow, don't touch the ground level for BigJon. Tofu dying, that's actually really good for BigJon here. And Tofu taking a skip now too, so basically going to be starting from the beginning of each of these. This could be anybody's game depending on the level.
Yeah, this is crazy. This is one of the closest matches I've seen.
Was that 29 seconds for BigJon in this?
I didn't catch the record. Tofu has a 41-second level. BigJon's going pretty quick though. If it's just this jump over and over, it shouldn't be too big of a problem.
Yeah, these claws can be janky though.
Oh, there is a pipe.
Vertical pipe at that, which we're all familiar with the wonderful nature of vertical pipes.
Oh my gosh. I think Tofu's in a short level as well. They're probably both near the end.
Yeah, BigJon's in a sub-world. Tofu, I think, is still in the overworld.
Oh, and he hits a troll block.
Okay, that is a
checkpoint.
Checkpoint for Tofu, which is possibly good. But... oh no, he got crushed. He got
BigJon's just. I think he's right at the end. I bet the goal's right here.
Oh man, moving. Oh man, and there's no checkpoint for BigJon.
Oh no.
Yeah, skip it. Go find the next one. Skip it.
This is crazy. Tofu's in a trolley level. BigJon has to skip because he knows how much time he just lost.
Yeah, skip it, John. Skip it. Oh, a minute 23 is so long. And it looks like an escort level at that.
Yeah, Tofu's getting through. Is this the end? There it is. And Tofu's going to take it. My gosh, that was... what a race.
Yeah, man, this first round barely goes to Tofu. Just nabbing that win, showing some perseverance on that level. Round 1 to Tofu. So GG Tofu. We're going to be moving on to round 2 here in just a moment. BigJon in chat. I hate this game. I love it, but I hate it. I can absolutely agree. And I will go ahead and let y'all know there's not going to be any interviews after this. It is a recorded match. So, due to timing and things like that, we are literally going to be viewing this at the same time as one big happy family. So.
Yeah, we're getting in here into round 2. One thing these guys may want to consider, these levels are in expert. The clear rate's still low, but it's usually above 5% or so. It could be a good idea to just run to the right and trust the level. Treat it kind of like you're playing a versus match.
Yeah, one of the well-known rules is run right in versus, and in expert, again, with the clear percentages, there's going to be definitely an easier factor for expert compared to super expert, which most of the level runners that we have right now in this particular endless mode league, they're super expert runners. They're top-notch super expert runners. So Expert's going to be that step down to make sure that it levels the playing field. It's just the way it is. And you see a lot of first levels, too. Did you ever notice that playing Expert, that you see a lot of this is my first levels?
Yeah, it's usually the messy, trolly level that has no theme or anything, and it's just hard enough to end up in Expert. So Tofu's got to kill this Bowser. Probably needs something, power up. If you're used to Mario Maker 1, they did change Bowser in this game to where it still takes 40 Fire Flower hits to kill him, but if he gets hit by objects like shells or something, those do 3 damage each, so it ends up being 14 hits. So it's actually very nice compared to the first game.
I'm very pleased to hear that, actually. I was not aware of that change, but that is very nice to hear.
Yeah, Tofu sees the goal, but he's got to kill Bowser. And
what?
He has no way to do it.
Does he have to... Oh, he's about to die. Oh, no. He forgot about the Goombas that he killed. He's like, right. And they're both on a my first level, by the way. My first world and my first level on either side. So, yeah, it's kind of funny I mentioned that. I didn't even think about that.
BigJon's sticking with this dark level. I usually just auto skip these. Like, you never know you're just going to run into a Goomba or something. You can't see it, so you kind of have to do trial and error. But so far, nothing too dangerous in this one.
I didn't even see the clear time for it either, because especially if it's a higher... Look at these soft locks, too. All these soft locks.
Yeah, this launcher was on a Wiggler, and he killed it with a POW. Maybe the level's unbeatable now. Oh, I think he is trapped. Oh, and the checkpoint's right there. Oh, no. So
yeah.
Both skipping their levels now. They are tired of that.
And we are at 0-0 still. Tofu's saying nope to that Zelda 2 level. Wafer thin wall jumps. That sounds fantastic. Spooky run.
Okay, nice quick level here.
I'm not seeing the wafer thin portion. I see coins. That's all I see. All right. Oh man, that... Okay, so there is a spot to go up. I was about to say, did he just get trolled by that?
Yeah, he did get a checkpoint. It's a really short level. I would probably stick with this as well.
And Tofu's having to make his way through ghost houses. And, you know, this ghost house does not... Oh, there it is. There's the end right there. Boom. So 1 on the board for Tofu, and BigJon sticking with his wafer-thin jump level.
Yeah, even in official Nintendo games, the ghost houses are the more puzzly, trolly levels. So if you get one in this, I'd be a bit more wary than the other styles, because a lot of people base their level design off the games they know and have played before. So Tofu checking the controls again just to make sure he knows them.
Quick reminder, you know, hold right.
And BigJon can't get up onto these semi-solid platforms. It's a big wall jump here. I didn't quite see where he got stuck last time.
He fell early, and he couldn't quite get the twirls to be able to do the big jumps, so he just ground pounded and killed himself off. But we are tied 1-1. Another first level for Tofu.
I never really paid attention to it, but yeah, there's a lot of those apparently.
I don't know why it is. It's just, I don't know. It's amusing to me to see it. A simple level, part 2. There's a lot of simple and a lot of first. So, Tofu. The best thing about this is having the cameras at times. I absolutely love seeing the reactions of our runners, because even the most composed runners like yourself, Beast, like you see the natural look of like, what is this?
Yeah, it's stressful. I mean, you know, 15 minutes is not a long time. I mean, you want to win, and then when you're in a trolley level where you feel like it wasn't a fair death, you're like, well, that's, you know, I just lost all that time. Now I'm really upset. It's really hard to keep it together, especially when you like get multiple bad levels like that in a row.
Oh yeah, because there is a decent amount of RNG when it comes to what levels you get, and it's... Oh, so he's gonna have to take a bomb through that door, it looks like. Excuse me.
Yeah, BigJon had a 10-second speed run there, but it did look pretty tight. He decided to skip it. You can get caught in those, and getting a game over is definitely worse than skipping a short level.
Yeah, and a lot of these rising lava levels, if I think I'd be something I would look to skip to, just to avoid excessive deaths, because game over is a real worry here at times. If you're not getting the lives that you would typically see at the end of these levels, then you're running the risk of a -1 popping up, and that's the difference, because we've already had one tie on round 1. We're tied right now. A game over is detrimental.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, when you get a game over, we take away 1 point from their score. But not only that, somebody timed it. I think it's around like 28 seconds to get back in the game. So,
oh man, getting trolled by a Monty Mole. That is unfortunate.
yeah, the goal was right there. That's so frustrating. Like, you know that you lose out on so much time, and you also lose out on a point. Oh man, that is not good.
Yeah, especially if there was no checkpoint. Not getting the checkpoint. Now, we still have to see Meowser on BigJon's side. There is a clear condition, so there's no checkpoint for him. We didn't see a checkpoint for Tofu yet, but we did see the end of the level, so it's not a very long level.
Yeah, it's giving him a lot of firefly. There he is. Okay, yeah. Usually when you start getting power-ups, that's where the boss is. And yeah, you can see Meowser jumps down there. The fireballs stop hurting him. He's in that 3D plane state. And oh no, he hit all those blocks with fire flowers, so they're not resetting.
But he did know about the one that was in here, so that's actually fortunate.
Yeah, going through the pipe will reset Meowser's health. He can't get hit.
Man,
Tofu's got a pretty nice... Or is this still the same level? Okay.
Yeah, he died again against a Goomba, unfortunately. Man, of the things that they added to Mario Maker 2, a lot of it I was like, okay, like the tornadoes, those are kind of jank. The there's a couple more. Cool. Apparently they made it to where you can move back and forth. I don't know if I'd have grabbed those. But then again, I guess you're going to leave them behind.
Finally
anyway.
Getting in there. He's got to feel good about that. Invested a lot of time, but luckily for him, BigJon also is.
And I do appreciate the comments, Chad. I really do appreciate that. And of course, big shout out to the Beast 721. Fantastic. Honestly, I'm honored to be commentating with you, sir. I'm honored to be commentating for Speedrun. Honestly, Twitch.tv Speedrun. I gotta say, GSA is a fantastic place. And we found the end of the level, but
you gotta skip it. Yeah, he knows how long the level is, and Tofu getting laughed at there.
This game is tough. I can imagine. So with these recorded ones, I can just imagine being the player in chat, watching this again and going, why, or having some sort of thought to yourself. Like I can imagine that.
Yeah, it can be hard, but watching it back, you already know the levels, you know the mistakes that you're going to make. Actually, one thing here, Tofu has a level tagged DGR, which is another content creator known for playing like the most terrible troll levels. And honestly, when I see that in the level name, I just skip it. Like, not all of them people make for him are troll levels, but just it seems so common that I don't trust it.
I 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you. As a matter of fact, it's DGR, and if I see something like Panga or Dram in that, I would skip too. Matter of fact, the Feeny Dram match, Feeny got a Dram level facing Dram. So,
oh wow,
yeah, she skipped it immediately.
Yeah, BigJon's got to throw this shell into the gap. It's a lot different in this game. They added a 5-frame delay on throwing items for whatever reason. So he keeps letting go of it too early, too late, which I believe is probably because, used to any other old Mario game or Mario Maker 1, this one it's different. I don't know why they did it, but it's been very hard for even like the veterans to get used to it.
BigJon, with that look, I understand. You come out of the pipe and you immediately die because you have to wall jump with a POW in your hands. Why give the POW? Oh wow, that's yeah. Okay, and Tofu is having some trouble with this next level. Tofu is ahead by 1 right now. But if BigJon can get through this level in the next minute or so, oh man, this part is rough.
Yeah, it's the classic Cloud carrying a launcher. The way it works, it starts out moving away from you, but then after 2 seconds or so, anytime you wall jump, it's like an infinite wall, essentially. And it gets crushed again, decides to skip it, despite having the checkpoint. Like, it's probably a good idea, but it feels bad to skip a level after all that time invested.
Yeah, I can't blame him, though, without knowing what's coming up next, spending that time on it and just realizing, okay, this is probably the best idea is to just go ahead and skip this. But this looks like one of those enemy spam vomit levels that, let's get through it as quickly as possible.
Yeah, there's the goal. It's very short. He'll definitely need that star at the end. That is a pixel-perfect gap with the new spike hitboxes, as Tofu gets a 3rd clear here.
And then Hitman the Third, thank you so much for that Tier 1 subscription for 2 months in a row. I do want to thank you on behalf of Speedrun.
So the clown car's a little slower than actually running, and there he goes. Yeah, jumping out, you go a lot faster if you're out of the clown car. So 3-2, still anybody's race.
Oh, did Tofu get another clear?
Yeah, he did. And he's skipping this level.
Man, so yeah, with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left, if another tie happens, that's like down to the wire twice in a row.
And no matter, it's a 600 coin level. I would just instantly skip. Oh my gosh. He's sticking with it, okay.
Apparently a minute 37 is just fine for him. Did that say all coins or no? He said
no. No, it did say at least, so.
But we also know that 601 could mean at least as well if it wants 600.
Yeah, I have seen it where it has 1 extra and the extra is in an invisible block and you hate it. Tofu gets a 10-second level here. BigJon skipping again.
Oh man, if this is just a POW throw up level, oh yeah, this is just a little too far on that last jump.
Yeah, he hits the spike there. BigJon also getting a short level here. This is kind of puzzly.
Oh no. I was going to say, with the way that these seesaws work, they are pretty stinking trolly. And
yeah, somebody released a graphic a while ago, like they wrote like a function of how they work, like everything, how its weight is, how it all balances. There's actually a ton that goes into it. I have no idea what I would do in this level. I'd probably skip it.
The thing that I can probably see, you may want to go ahead and try to damage boost. You could probably get to that on-off block, and that gap is not impossible to make from the on-off block up, is it?
Yeah, I believe you could make that. It's a very, very, very tight jump, though. Tofu keeps missing this. Like I said, there's a 5-frame delay on throwing stuff. That includes throwing it up. So you see there, he threw it too early. It's been really hard for us to get used to that. He's down to 2 lives.
If he can lose 2 lives in 20 seconds, I might just chill out for a second, because I think, this is a 10-second level? If he dies again and then times out, skipping, yeah, can't blame him at all. BigJon's got to finish this in 5 seconds. I don't see that happening. This level doesn't seem like one that goes. But don't forget, folks, stay tuned. Even though Tofu did take 2-0, BigJon can still win round 3, get his first point of this competition. So, oh man, and this is ice physics too right here, isn't it? Yeah, that level on John's side.
Yeah, they both got some terrible levels there. Definitely ones that they invested a lot of time in and then ultimately had to skip. So hopefully, usually if you die, it could be a good idea to skip unless you're very confident, like, okay, I'm going to beat it next time. You can get caught in that loop of, okay, next time I'll get it. Next time I'll get it. And then, there's only 3 minutes left. You're like, what happened to all my time?
I think that's going to be announced at the next Nintendo Direct, John. they're gonna announce the DLC for better levels. There is some definite hot garbage, and I've mentioned this before. Hot garbage is the generalized term that the Super Mario Maker or Mario community makes in general, to refer to just awful levels that are just not very well designed. And you see a lot in Super Expert, but it feels like because of a lot of the first level that you get in Expert, you get a lot of those massive enemy spams, the ones that are just like, okay, find the hidden star and all that kind of stuff in Expert, because it raises the clear rate when it comes to the hidden star because more people will find it. And there you go. So meanwhile, in Australia, I think that is almost the pinnacle.
I kind of thought that would be an upside down level. And yeah, he skips that. Those are not very fun to play, nor are they very fun to watch. So you can get kind of dizzy.
What is this level that Tofu has found? Oh, John just missing that triple jump.
Yeah, it looks like he's got like a pick-a-path type scenario here. Hopefully, yeah, okay. So I would skip this because you never know which way you need to go. You waste a lot of lives, and each time you die, you lose more and more time.
Yeah, and it looks like you might be able to cheese this just a little bit. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, yeah, that was some good cheese.
And that's another common factor in expert levels too.
He could have jumped over that brick. That's new to Mario Maker 2. I guess he's not aware of that change. He probably could have skipped the entire level.
Oh wow. I do remember in Mario Maker 1, if it was closed off like that, you couldn't jump over it. But they've done that with spikes now. You can't jump over spikes anymore in Mario Maker 2, where you could in Mario Maker 1.
Yeah, he decides to skip it, like, or yeah,
Oh!
it's a big waste of lives. It's frustrating to deal with.
Did he? Oh, I think he's gonna Galaxy Brain this on, even though he doesn't have to, because he could jump over it. But he's gonna carry the P-switch over and hit it over here, and use that to get over. That is okay. Tofu Galaxy Braining. I see what you're doing, Tofu.
Yeah, there he goes. He caught on.
Okay. I was gonna say in before it's all blocked in. Okay, so that is level number 2 for Tofu, I think.
That is a 200 IQ strat there. Skip the whole level. You gotta love those. Oh, BigJon's got a classic ping pong level. These, oh man.
I see these in Versus quite a bit, and oh man.
Yeah, the fact that this is expert and he's getting this means there's going to be something wrong with it, whether it has a hard part or it's just poorly designed. There's a reason the clear rate's this low.
I was gonna say everything. Everything's wrong with it. It exists. That's what's wrong with it. That opening at the bottom, he keeps killing off the shell. So there's no Pong infinite back and forth. So
yeah, this was a very famous level in the original Mario Maker, and usually the very famous levels get copied hundreds, probably thousands of times. And if he gets one more shell, it's going to come kill him.
boom. Okay, that's level 1 of Pong 2.0.
Oh my goodness.
That was unfair.
Okay, yeah, this is why it's an expert. He only has one fail, and the other side he has to hit 4 in a row. Yeah, he's already dead.
Did you see the look? Oh man, John, I love you, dude. I'm sorry, but that look was absolutely priceless. Kino Pio, I already don't like the look of this level. When you see the level name and it's like, I don't know, 1,000 characters long, no, not something I'm excited to see.
Yeah, Tofu has the goal right there, but he can't jump over that wall, and even if he could, there's munchers in the way, as the level tells you straight up in the title. It's a troll course. I probably would skip it, but that short world record's baiting him in. He wants to find the cheese.
Sometimes I can imagine it might be difficult. Oh, John finding the hidden block of doom. I don't think you're going to be able to fit that through there. All right, maybe go underneath the bumper, right?
Yeah,
okay.
This level he's in, it's just a mess. It does have a checkpoint, so that's good. Hopefully he's near the end. And I doubt the creator knew that he could take this clown car, so he may be able to just skip the whole level.
That's what I was thinking too. Yep, there you go. I was gonna say with the way that the creator just put the bumpers, thought maybe you couldn't get underneath it, couldn't control it as well. Maybe playing on the Joy-Cons had some Joy-Con drift, something like that.
And there you go. Tofu skips a 9-second world record, but you got to find something invisible. That was probably 2.5 minutes used on that level, and you don't even get a clear out of it. So the world record isn't foolproof. It can mess you up.
3 minutes, 46 seconds? I don't think so. I think the major way that the world record thing can mess you up is in reverse, but you never really think of it this way. What if it's just not been played by very many people, and the world record is just unnaturally high?
Yeah, that can happen, especially if you get a level called Speedrun or something. Maybe it has a checkpoint, because if somebody uses a checkpoint and dies 30 times, it keeps adding on more to their record time. So you could have that if you beat it in one try, but it is pretty rare, I feel like.
Desert Star Dash 10 seconds. That's a, yeah, a 10-second speedrun level. You know, I think spending a couple lives on this, maybe going down to like 5 lives, giving it a shot, seeing how tight it may feel. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is not looking too bad for him right now, actually. Yeah, boom, right there. What, with like 2 seconds to spare? That was not tight at all.
Yeah, very easy clear there.
Oh,
he gets
no time to
rewarded
spare.
for skipping that troll level. I believe he has 3? I'm not sure what the score is.
That is
3. Oh, yes, 2. Okay. I believe it's 2-1, Tofu.
Oh, wow. I thought Tofu actually had 2 already. I thought that was his 3rd. Yeah, so this is 1-2. John has 1, Tofu has 2. So this is still close. With only 8 minutes to go, we're just under halfway through. It's still anybody's round. So, and honestly, that's the way it's been this entire time. It's anybody's round. Oh man, John just missing that. Are those bonsai bills as well that come out of the back?
Yeah, I believe they're called bonsai bills. I don't know if they're different in 3D world, but yeah, you can shoot them from the 3D plane, and it's kind of interesting because they come out of the cannon, but they don't have collision until maybe like 2 seconds after they come out. But BigJon gets the flag there. I believe it's tied up 2-2 now.
That is, yeah. Tofu is a well-known fan-made game runner. Oftentimes called ROM hacks. He runs Grand Prix World 2, Invictus. BigJon is a retro speedrunner. He enjoys running things like Lost Levels. He runs Sonic games. He runs quite a bit of stuff on his stream, without a doubt. Check both of these guys out. They are fantastic to watch. Absolutely just a delight. So.
Now, Tofu's in a speedrun level, at least according to the title, but it's pretty long. And BigJon keeps getting these long record times. Every skip takes probably around 13 seconds, but it is something that needs to be done.
that level on John's side looks just deceptive, and it's a slow. Oh yeah, no. I gotta admit though, the level on Tofu's side, it's a speed run without being timed. So I like the fact that it's using the P switch to time you in sections, and it's not making you rush to get to the end exactly. So I kind of like that.
Yeah, it's more like, I guess you'd call it maybe a time attack, like try to get the fastest time as you can, but you can go slow if you'd like.
Oh no! Tofu accidentally jumping over the pipe.
Yeah, he knows that one was not a good move. And BigJon's in a wide open water level. I see 4 red coins as well. I think this was a new level. It didn't have a clear time, so
what's your policy on those?
I usually trust them, but I'm more used to super experts. So what I found racing this is when I get those levels with no clear time, maybe it's just I've been unlucky or something. They've been very long, so I may start skipping them in the future. But if it were water, I definitely would probably have skipped this.
Yeah, water is probably one of the least liked aspects of this kind of stuff. Finding the end.
Yeah, and there's the flag, but he needs either a invisible block with something in it or find a pipe. And he does ultimately skip.
And one of the things about the pipes that you can kind of use to your advantage, if you have to go to the subworld, you can definitely almost getting that on Tofu's side.
It gets another water level. You can see the frustration, but this one may be shorter.
You know, with a fast auto scroll speed and it for those guys
make actually looks pretty good.
I actually do like it. Oh no. Yeah, I actually do think that's a pretty decent one. I kind of like the underwater Flappy Bird, I guess. And Tofu's sticking with this level. We are tied with only 4:20 left to go. So that is, oh man. I don't think John agrees
on this. I don't think I've seen the flag yet. Maybe he's seen it or thinks he's near it, but gosh, how much time he's investing in one level.
He got to the red pipe at the very end of the subworld. So he knows that there's probably maybe one more section that isn't that long. So, oh man, yeah, if he misses that P switch, he cannot make that, so.
Yeah, he finally does skip it. You can see the frustration. BigJon skipping as well. Had a short level there, but had quite a bit of tight jumps. And now he gets a level saying that he will be bamboozled. Probably want to get out of this one.
I can tell you right now, already at that beginning, that is going to try to pop you right up and put you in a soft lock situation where you have to kill yourself. No thank you. And Tofu finding a clown car flying level where you got to navigate through avoiding a sun doesn't look all that bad, but man, can this possibly troll you if you're not careful.
Yeah, the Angry Sun and the NSMBU theme, I think it looks great in the other 3, but something about the NSMBU Sun, it just doesn't fit. As Tofu gets another clear, 3-2. It's been a while. I wonder if he knows how well BigJon's doing.
Oh man, 3 minutes in a clear condition of Kill Boom Boom? No thank you. No thank you. And I agree with you that the Sun and the NSMB theme just look too Aztec. Like it seemed really out of place to everything else.
All right, BigJon gets a level with an 8-second world record. This could either be dev route with a very long level, or it's just short, as this is a mess. Oh my god.
Wow. If he can use that Yoshi at the right moment to get that damage boost, he's got it. With only 2 minutes to go, that's that's actually going to be pretty solid to use. Yoshi's a wonderful. Wait, what?
Oh, he jumped off Yoshi, probably the same frame that he got hit, so it counted as him not being on Yoshi.
Yeah, that was like really close. That must have been the same frame. That was wicked. Now, we do see a star and double stacked Bowser. Boom!
Okay, he just goes under it. The big brain plays right there. Tied up at 3, but I think Tofu's almost at the end.
He is, but he has to take damage. He has to get down to Small Mario. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to make it through. Oh, no! That was so close.
Yeah.
Oh,
no!
Oh my god! The Bowser trolling hard. Whoa, man.
That's devastating. The Bowser in SMW and NSMB has collision, and it's kind of like hitting a bouncy ball. Like you get flung all over the place, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I can imagine after dodging the unfortunate nature there of like bouncing like that and having that heart attack moment, getting hit by that fire had to have been heartbreaking.
BigJon here's got a basketball level, probably inspired by a guy named Yusef. Made a lot of sports levels back in the original Mario Maker.
That's what I was about to say. I think with that Goomba, Galumba, excuse me. I think once he actually pops back up, the basketball, he should just fall right in. So as long as he gets him on the spike, it's just a small amount of time. Now John has 25 seconds to be able to clear this level. I don't know what the clear time was.
Oh, no. He had to throw it. Yeah, it was about to wake up and kill him. Tofu knows what he has to do. They changed this game a little bit with object collision against walls. So you see how the Galumba's kind of lining up with the spikes there? There he goes. If you throw something at a wall in this game, it just sticks to the wall. It was not the case. In Mario Maker 1, it would bounce back. So it's making it hard for him to throw it up into that gap.
Yeah, as well as so with Super Mario Maker 1, you used to be able to just drop a Galumba, a turtle, or what have you, and reset it. And once you reset it, you didn't have to worry about it killing you. Now they canceled that reset timer. I think you actually have to throw it up in order to reset that, correct?
Yes, you have to throw it in some direction. If you drop it, it does not count as resetting it.
That oh a little bit of freezing on the left over there. Did Tofu
I believe
maybe
did BigJon's internet crash or something during the race? Because neither of them beat a level.
John, you okay there, buddy? Do we need to call? Because right now both the Galumbas and John are in a infinite loop. I think John's chin is extremely itchy. I'm not sure who won round 3.
Tofu had quite a way to go to win. I think it would have been BigJon, right? Tofu had a lot of level left to go.
Yeah, I think as soon as somebody finishes a level, then that's when it will, without a doubt. So all right, so not exactly sure what is happening. Randomly desynced. Okay, so the outcome is going to be tweeted according to Steve O'Broil, which shout outs to them for doing the restream. We are going to double check. We do have BigJon in the chat. Well, and Tofu. We have the runners in chat. You can check twitter.com global speedrun for that. And if the runners want to keep you on the cliffhanger, they can just be like, sorry guys, go check Twitter. Otherwise, they can probably let us know if they want to be, or tell you what, you should actually go follow their Twitches. Go to twitch.com or twitch.tv/BigJon, twitch.tv/NOBLETOFU, and then you can find out there too.
BigJon confirming both of them DC'd at the same time, so nobody finished the race.
Oh no, that is something else. So I'm curious to know, man. I gotta say that is something else, man. So with that being said, Tofu does at least get 3 points for this. So add that on to his point total, which I believe was, did he sweep his first round? And that leaves him with
Tofu had 3 points, so I guess he will have at least 6, possibly 7.
So he will have 6. So you can see your rankings right there in the league that we are in. You got Foxen at the top with 8-0. He has swept. And then you also have IPK or IIPK at 8. Ryukar with 6, and then Dansta with 5. And if you continue on down, you can see the rest. And that is our current standings. Honestly, GG to both runners. It was a fantastic race to watch. It was down to the wire both times. That was extremely fun to watch.
Yeah, we had a last-second tied-up finish, and then the cliffhanger of the ages. This was a crazy race.
Without a doubt. So 100%. Don't forget to follow the runners, BigJon and NOBLETOFU, at their individual Twitch channels. Go to Twitter, follow Speedruns on Twitter, so that way you can get the update for that, as well as stay tuned. There is more races and more content here on twitch.tv/speedrun. You're going to have a lot of different things throughout the time. I'm not fully aware of what the actual lineup is, but Saturdays and Sundays you do have your Mario Maker League going on. Stay tuned. There's plenty more coming around. I want to thank you, Beast. It's an honor, man, commentating with you.
Yeah, it was good commentating with you. Chat seems to like you, and I thought you did a good job too.
I do appreciate it. So stick around, folks. There's going to be plenty more to go on, and thank you again to twitch.tv Speedruns.